All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me for part two of these songs. We just listened to Lakeside Park and 2112 live off of All the World's a Stage from Rush. Absolutely awesome. Kind of jumped into this, like I said, at the end of part one. I've got a client waiting on a guitar solo. I have to get to him tonight, but I want to post this for you guys. It's been too long. I want to get this up. So thank you for joining me here. Holy smokes, man. So I want to talk about 2112, but I'm going to calm myself down. Let's talk about Lakeside Park for a sec. What contrast between the two songs, right? Lakeside Park is very, it's so nostalgic feeling. It's calm, it's soothing. It's a really pretty song. When I listened to it on the album, I really liked it. I love the sort of story aspect to it, the sort of reminiscing feel. And even though it's not like your own memories, it's not something you can relate to in that sense. You can relate to it in a personal sense of like just the feeling of that, you know, those sort of memories and those places that just kind of make you feel a certain way. And man, there's those chords in there that are just stunning. And man, like, they're so good, you guys. I feel like that song is just presented in a way that's just, I don't know, it's beautiful. It just kind of is, it's just kind of calming and awesome. It's just, again, nostalgic. I feel like it's just really, really nostalgic and kind of makes you, it's like a happy feeling, but at the same time, it's kind of a sad feeling, like something that was really good, but something that's now gone, right? But it's like, hey, the memories stay forever, don't they? We can all relate to that. And the playing, just perfectly spot on. I mean, of course, I'm not surprised at this point. For being live, it's cool. It does have a different feel and a different sound from the studio version, and that's to be expected, but I feel like the differences don't take away or like detract from the beauty and awesomeness of the song. So really good job on that. Love that. Now, jumping straight into 2112, it's like, wait a minute. This is not the same band, but it is the same band. You have like a kind of short song that's really kind of soulful feeling and really beautiful and soothing, and then you go into this song. And this song has all of it, man. 2112 has the works. And this is like a shortened down version. Like, obviously, there are parts that are definitely not as long as they are. They're definitely like, you know, shortened for live performance, of course, to keep the cohesion of the song and stuff. So not an exact like copy of the album version, which is really cool though how they pulled it off live. I think the transitions are really cool because when you listen to the album version, there are a lot of transitions. And there's a lot of changes. So to figure out how to do that live, I'm sure was definitely a bit of a challenge, but I feel like they did it very well. Now, I feel like definitely there were some parts of this song that were not like perfect. And I say that not in a way of the band sucks, but like towards the beginning there, you could hear like hand noise and stuff. Like you could hear like a string kind of ring when it definitely probably wasn't supposed to. But that's cool, right? That's live music. And, you know, too often, I've said this before, bands will go back and they'll change stuff and they'll overdub stuff and they'll take stuff out and they'll try and present this idea that they're absolutely flawless. And you don't have to be absolutely flawless, like every single note, every single little, you know, beat perfectly on to be so good live. I like the rawness of this. I love just, it's like, you know, there's some stuff where it's like, okay, you're playing live and you're doing the best you can with some of these transitions, but you're going from a really clean, arpeggiated guitar sound to now these really huge chords. To do that live, it's never going to sound like the album. Well, I shouldn't say never going to sound like the album, but we shouldn't expect it to sound like that. And I don't think I was. I think going in there, I was kind of expecting a rawness. I was curious, like, how are they going to do some of these transitions and stuff, like playing it in a studio is one thing and getting it exactly how you want it, but live's a totally different animal. So I was really looking forward to that, and I am 0% disappointed. I thought it sounded absolutely fantastic. The drums, man, the more I listen, the more I'm amazed. And the drumming on the studio stuff is really, really good. For some reason, though, I can overlook it a little bit. I think I'm just kind of maybe listening more like to the song as a whole. Maybe there's something about listening to it live that I'm kind of familiar with the song. So maybe I'm kind of listening to the individual instruments a little bit more. The mixing's also a little bit different. I think the drums kind of are, yeah, they kind of maybe snap a little bit more. I don't know what it is, but I'm noticing them a lot more. Maybe I'm just being more appreciative of them because they sound awesome. Neil is the man. I mean, again, it's nothing that, you know, look, I'm sure there's 7-year-old kids playing it on YouTube, right? But that's not the point. The point is writing it and performing it, being the originator of it, and playing it live as well as he does. I mean, every fill, every single cymbal, every single kick, I mean, everything is just awesome. It adds so much beauty to the song. Again, it's a ton of playing, but I don't feel that it's overplayed. And the vocals on this, Geddy continues to impress me as well, because he can be, you know, his range definitely is not like up here all the time. He's known for a very high voice. But there's definitely, like, you know, there's parts where he's singing softer and smoother, and then he goes up into that high range, and I'm just, like, blown away. I'm like, this dude, and just putting everything into it, too. He is just leaving it all out there. And grooving away. There was a part in the, maybe the middle, like, middle end of the song, kind of, and the bass was so, like, forward and so in your face. And it was so simple. But yeah, absolutely awesome. I loved it. Like, I love the simplicity of just the big bass holding down, like, you know, one note for 4 bars and then just kind of like or for a bar and then switching, and it does that for a little bit. So cool. So awesome. Now, the absolute man, Alex Lifeson, the first guitar solo in that song, I love it. Super awesome. But the one that stood out to me the most was that second guitar solo. So soulful and so big, and the guitar tone was so different from the first one, and it's like almost kind of makes me want to tear up. I'm like, that's just good. So awesome. I think last time I said something about kind of like a Pink Floyd sound to it, with these really slow bends that are kind of like starting up and coming down. And then the low end on that guitar, man, the tone, the feel, the phrasing, it's melodic. It's, how many times can I say it? It's a complete package. It's technique, it's feel, it's tone, it's melody, it's everything. It's so awesome. And again, it's not perfect in the classic sense of there are 0 flaws, but it's so perfect to just listen to and just relax. That 17 or 18 minutes, however long it is, just feels like, it doesn't feel like you're sitting there for that long. It's crazy. I'm kind of an impatient person, you guys. Like, I like short songs, and sometimes, you know, if it comes to the end of the song, I'm like, all right, I'm just skipping to the next one now. I've heard enough. Yeah, not a great way to listen to music, but my attention span is not super long. So for a band to get me to sit down and listen to something that's, you know, on the studio, 20-something minutes, and here almost 18 minutes, like, I love it, you guys. Seriously good. So we should be wrapping up this album pretty soon, you guys. There's like 4 tracks left, so if we do 2 per, that'll be like 2 more videos, and then we will move into the next studio album, which I'm very excited for. Let me know what track on that album is your personal favorite so I can be looking out for it. I'm really excited for it. You guys, it's a ton of fun. These guys are awesome live. You said wait until you hear 2112. But you guys also said By-Tor and the Snow Dog, and that's coming up next. I'm super pumped for that. Should be awesome. Thank you so much for watching today, you guys. Hope to be seeing you in future videos. Please subscribe, hit the bell, give me a like, and leave me a comment if you would. Thank you guys. I am Tim. This has been an Out Loud Reaction. I will see you next time.